Grandmaster Gaming here, and I'm back with some more Terraria. Now, when we left off, I went into the dungeon and killed some bad guys and got some pretty lame loot. There was actually a specific item that I died next to called a bewitching table. I mispronounced that, but whatever. It's called a bewitching table. And what it allows you to do is it actually increases the amount of summoned monsters that you can have. Now, I haven't played with any summoning items because I've never gotten any. But the way that it works is that it increases it by 1. That was an awesome way to start a video. But, my plan for this video is to actually go to the Crimson, collect my 6th shroom, because whenever I grind up the vicious shrooms, it will actually turn into 5 vicious powder each, and I need 6. I need 30 vile powder and 15 vertebrae. So whenever I get all those items, I'm gonna be able to craft the bloody spine, which I can use to summon the brain of Cthulhu. And that's going to be great. So I can fight another boss. And I'll finally actually be able to switch to Crimtane, because this is not my kind of armor. Now, some of you may know that I actually need a bottle to grind stuff up. Grind up the vicious powder, or vicious mushroom, to get vicious powder. So I'm going to need to get some glass for that, which means I'm going to have to go back, get some sand, burn it to glass, and then I'll be golden. Actually, I'm just going to get some sand on here. That should be enough. Don't need bones right now. Alright. Gotta keep my eyes peeled for any vicious mushrooms. I feel like I've been at this place over and over again. This is not a very efficient way to kill this guy. Yeah, is that what I think it is? 2! It's my lucky day. But I got what I was wanting. Just gonna talk to Mercer. And see what it is. Oh, that's actually one of the items that I want. It's called a stopwatch, and it tells me how fast I'm moving. It's one of the things required to get one of the most useful items in the entire game. And this guy is selling one of them. Yes. Now, if you may have noticed by now, you can see this part right here. And that is some information that I'm getting. Now, there is a total of 12 different things that you can see there. And they can all be combined as something that I don't have yet. So whenever I get those, I can combine them all at a Tinkerer's Workshop, an item that allows me to combine some accessories, which is extremely useful. I can combine accessories and make it to where it won't take out 12 inventory slots. So, I believe it's a stopwatch, the DPS meter, and the depth meter creates the biome finder. No, that's not it. All I know is that it's going to be extremely useful whenever I finally get it. What am I doing here? What am I needing to do? Oh yeah. Need to get glass. And then glass wall. glass bottle. There we go, now I got some bottles. Now I can need to place the bottle on here. Now I can grind up the powder into vicious powder. Oh, yeah, I got an extra one. Now I need to go to a demon altar, which means I have to run all the way back to the Crimson. Yay. But, my next job is to run to the Crimson, craft the Bloody Spine, then face my worst nightmare with my insane amount of hit points. And after I defeat him, I could probably switch to Crimtane armor, because it's more my kind of style armor, because it gets you regen if you're standing still, and that bonus regen is extremely helpful, because as you can see in a lot of my fights, I don't have a lot of health, so if I can have some decent regen, then I won't have to worry about having a lot of health. And the final boss I'm going to be facing with this amount of health is called the Wall of Flesh. It will be the final boss. It'll be the final boss that I don't need to worry about with 100 hit points. Then at that moment I'm going to consume all my life crystals and get to 400 hit points. Then I'm going to face Plantera and Golem like that. And then after that, I'm going to consume the life fruit, which shouldn't put me up to 500 health. And then, once I have 500 health, I'll be able to do other stuff. Here it is. I always wanted a bloody spine. What do I not need? Yeah, there we go. You guys ready to see my worst nightmare? I'm actually going to get on high ground, because this guy, you do not want to face him on low ground. Here we go. Where is he? Send your servants at me. Oh, hey, there they are. There's his servants. I do not like these guys. Whenever I kill all his servants, he'll go into his second phase. Yeah, here he comes. And he will directly attack me at this point. I'm actually gonna fight him with this. He can be very mobile. You gotta be ready for him. Well, I did it. Oh, that was actually quite hard. Okay, I'm gonna take this Crimtane. There's all the tissue samples. Here they are. Gimme. And now I can use the tissue samples and the Crimtane to craft Crimtane armor. I can craft that now. And then with my Crimtane armor, I'll have vastly improved health regeneration whenever I finish the set. And that'd be outstanding. Then I need to move on into the Nether, or the Underworld. And I will need to fight the Wall of Flesh, my final and most hated enemy, until later on. Now, I need to get to this. Dang it. Move on to something that won't teleport me. So, Crimtane. I hope that I won't need to face that guy again just to get more Crimtane. Now, yeah, 6, 7, 6. Yeah, so this actually has a higher defense. 10, 20, that's 30. Oh, I don't have enough. I need more. Yeah, this is gonna suck. So, Crimtane is actually the very next power of armor after Meteorite. So, I'm gonna try and get that. Then I'll go into blah blah blah. You already heard this before. And that will be fun. I actually thought that Meteorite and Crimtane actually had the same amount of armor value. But I guess not. Goodbye, Mercer. Thanks for the stopwatch. I always wanted one of those. So something that I'm hoping to do is to get actually something called the metal detector, which actually tells you about the most valuable nearby ore. So whenever I get that, mining will be a lot easier because I'll know what's nearby. But actually, to get that, I actually need to kill something called a nymph. And they are one of the rarest creatures in all of Terraria. There's only a 50% chance that they will actually drop it, so it's actually something I'm going to be farming for a lot later on. Another thing that I'm going to want is the tally counter, which you can get by killing free hard mode enemies in the dungeon. And it'll allow me to see how many of each enemy I've killed. Not really extremely useful, but it'll allow me to save some space. So, I'm going to need some vicious mushrooms again. Yeah, so this is not a common Crimson build. It actually was very, very weird whenever I first saw it. It actually tends to be more of like a single path. It goes down into a large area. But lucky me, I got a really unique one. The thing about Terraria that's different from Minecraft is you're able to bring your character's profile onto a different world and still have all your stuff. So, I think that's different from Minecraft. And you're also able to have multiple characters. I might actually show you that after I'm done screwing around in here. So, because trying to find mushrooms after you first harvested the crimson can be quite a pain. As you saw, first time it gave me 4, then I had to go through it like another 3 times before I got all my mushrooms. Or I might just skip the Crimtane armor and go straight to... And I might just go straight to Beepstone. Mushroom. Actually going to pick back up my Staff of Regrowth because it's actually an extremely rare item. Because it's extremely hard to find. Oh. Oh, that was cool. Well, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.